Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Cult for episode 118 of On the Backs of Gods. I am your DM, Jillian, and we have our players, same as always. We have Kyle, Matt, Greg, Josh, and Katie. I think everyone is excited to jump back into the chaos, so I'm going to go ahead and give us a quick little catch up on what you might have missed last session. The party is currently making their way northwards to Jarlsbecker, which is the capital of this little chunk of the continent they are currently on. They have actually met the Jarl, we'll put quotes around that, who is currently fishing in the south and seems to be on the down low, as a second is filling in that spot for said Jarl. As you make your way upward, you come across some fine people on the road. An elderly couple who is taking care of their grandchildren for the day. And as you make your way forward and do a little scouting via Little Bird, you see that there are probably more than likely some cultists on the horizon, ones that you have encountered before. Little friends that you recognize by cloak and by, I suppose, vibes. And one person who doesn't exactly fit into that group. But you all decide to try and sneak forward. Somebody, your big paladin in big armor, does not roll the highest on their stealth check because I don't know how they expect you to.
We keep forgetting to remind him to leave his giant pot full of things in the cart. This is on us as a party.
Hey, you know, this is a team problem.
We can easily resolve this.
In tomorrow's stand-up, we're going to talk about how we can work on helping Keld succeed. So the goal was to stealth close to where these cultists were. It was about a handful of them. And as you go into this space, Nyx was going to cast a spell that was going to, the only way to put it is totally wreck my shit. Was going to blow anybody out of the fucking water into non-existence. But a few of the cultists heard Keld approach, and their non-cultist friend Bradley, who is interested in joining, decides to come over and take a look. The only person who decides to step out to talk is Nana. Nana and one of the cultists engage in awkward casual conversation as Nana is buying time for Nyx to cast her spell. And then you quickly find out that this cultist was also casually talking to you to buy time. As I think 14 new combatants enter the battlefield, prepped for combat, spells already cast on them, weapons at the ready, and arrows from behind these combatants. So none of these combatants shot these arrows. Somebody else did. Hit Nana, because she was the only one that the opening could see, and then shuts behind them. And we go straight into combat with Sunny and Ing being the two generals here to say what's up. Mostly to Nyx and Keld, while the rest of the cultists in play kind of scatter, are stuck for a little bit as magic needs to be dispelled for them to move in some places. But, nonetheless, combat ensues, and a spell is cast upon Nyx, where she sees everybody on the battlefield as an enemy, as a combatant. And to fight this, she turns into a large crab and eyes up literally everybody on the field.
Oh God.
Ready to do what needs doing as Sunny turns her focus to Keld. Sunny has a sort of tight blonde ponytail, pulled back very kind of aggressively tight. You can see that her eyes, Keld, because you're so close, there is almost a vibration to her eyes. You can see them like gently moving side to side. Oh, there's the crab, hell yeah.
Oh God.
There's the crab.
Oh man.
Oh, that's great. Thanks.
Oh guys.
Oh,
Guys.
wow.
Goodness.
I wanted to be happy about the preview of this particular model.
No, you can make that crab big again, Nathan.
Well,
Don't you worry.
it's a huge giant.
Yeah,
Rejoice.
it's that size. That's
Oh
our
yeah,
size.
no, he's big. She big.
It's large.
Anywho, let me
goodbye.
get out of here, Nix. Just throw it.
Whee! Just like,
Um,
put her somewhere. It's fine.
Sunny is fully armored. It seems, Kel, you would recognize that she's probably hasted, as you've been hasted before you can see the agility at which she moves. She has 2 swords in her hands, both of them beautiful and like intricately made, gorgeous in appearance. One of them has sort of a dark etching in the center, and you can almost see like it doesn't reflect any light there, but it just seems to be moving ever so slightly, as if it's trying to reach out of the blade, but hasn't yet. You can also see, as she turns to face you, swords at the ready. There's a shimmer of magic that also sort of moves closer to her side that you can see. And this bit of magic it looks like it's a shield. This magic that floats around her shaped like a shield that moves slowly more to block you now that you are the person she is focused on. Keld, in this moment, there's a giant crab next to your sister, and you can tell something feels wrong the way she is looking at you and not Sunny, kind of looking between both of you, claws at the ready. There's a
Fully
moment
tense.
There's a moment for anybody who can see Keld as he sort of digs his feet into the snow at this moment. There is a presence. There is an energy. And it's not something visible. It's not like there's a magic floating through the air. It is a presence that inspires courage and strength emitting from him in this moment as he now squares off against Sunny. Also, Roshan and Nana are currently next to the only dead body on the field. Nana, who was blinded by her own blood, is the only one who's gotten a kill so far. But, hey, gotta start somewhere.
That's honestly impressive for Nana, considering her track record.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
that
doing
never happens. That never happens.
Roshan approaches from behind the tent, invisibility dropping, and then, as if, like, being revealed by a cloak falling, a different cloak begins to make its way up the body, now dark in color, and begins to slowly cover him and emit
God.
out away for him. Nana wouldn't know that she's encased in darkness because she's blind.
Oh, good. Great. Good.
Hey, but she is.
Oh, good.
Oh, neat. Oh, great.
Great.
And-
Advanced darkness, beyond just the fact that I can't see.
Yes, 100%.
Great.
And with that, now that I think we have kind of gotten an
Set the
idea of our
stage.
players, set our stage a little bit, let's get this show on the road, shall we?
Oh, boy.
The 2 archers near Ing are going to scan the battlefield,
Great.
and they are going to knock some arrows and send them flying in Fen's direction.
Careful, buddy.
Sort of between a couple branches of these sort of smaller trees.
Do I have any sort of cover from that?
No. You do not at this juncture. Sadly, there's not people like standing in front of you. And the trees, I just add a look, do not block you as nicely. There are going to be 2 attacks. These guys are going to use their bonus actions first, and then they are going to attack. The first one is not going to hit. Does a 20 hit?
Oh, 20, absolutely.
Perfect. And then the next 2, does a 16 hit?
It does.
Okay. So out of the 4 attacks, only 2 of them are going to hit. But that's okay. Where? There we go. That's so sad. You take 5 points of piercing damage and 6 points of piercing damage. Oh, plus, my bad. I'll add these 2 for you. There it is. Plus 7, so add 7 more to that damage if you'd be so kind. And then they are going to the best of their abilities, get behind trees. So they are going to, they have a movement of 30 if need be, but they're going to go to, they're not going to try to move closer to the enemy they are currently fighting, but one of them's going to take that tree right in front of them, and the other one's just going to have to find a new tree if they're able. That is the end of their turn. Fen, as you begin to sort of like backstep away from these people that have started engaging with you, 2 arrows hit into your side and 2 more fly past you. It's your turn. What would you like to do?
Fen's going to use his full movement to move in the direction that he was moving, so 35 feet further away from the big tree. Just basically backwards from where he is.
Okay.
He will use his bonus action to he's going to use his bonus action to light a fire arrow.
Okay.
And he's going to make his first attack with that fire arrow against the big tree that everybody came through.
Sure. Go ahead and make an attack.
All right. Without sharpshooter, that is an 18 to hit, because that's plus 11 on the...
Yeah, this, could you describe to me how you take out aim at the tree?
Yeah, Fenn's just gonna, strike his, arc on his fire starter and light up the cage on the front of this arrow and take a big, there's several long distance, so take a big draw and loose an arrow into it. That'll do 14 points of damage and hopefully start the tree on fire.
Be flammable.
You see, here's the thing. So first off, 100% hits. This arrow flies into this tree, and the people next to it can hear like the audible crunch of wood and ice as this thing makes impact into the bark. It is trying to catch. It is as if you have started a spark on this thing, but it is a dead, pretty frozen tree, but it is starting. If there was something to assist, it could, if that were magic, could also bolster this to a higher level, but you have at least begun the process of fire being introduced to this tree.
And second shot Fenn's going to take is he's going to try and hit Ing.
Sure. Can you give me Fenn's perspective towards Ing, please? I'm seeing it like even just a teeny bit. I would be willing to say that you could have shot that arrow before you went fully behind those trees. So sure, go ahead and take a shot against Ing.
Okay. Not going to use sharpshooter on this one.
Okay.
And that's going to be 22 to hit.
One second. Yes, that hits.
Okay. And that will be 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Fenn can't do anything else, so that will be the end of his turn.
All right. Sounds good. Let's go over to Sunny.
Was there any sort of concentration check that needed to be made for Ing?
Shockingly, no. Ing is not currently concentrating on anything. Next up is Sunny, who is currently engaged in an interesting situation between crab and man. How about she is going to turn her focus to you, Keld. Hey there. So, points to the crab. Got her name when we were spying, that's Nyx. You want to tell us yours? Or we can just focus on her, I suppose. She's basically asking for your name because she knows Nyx's name, and is like, would you just prefer I only know Nyx's name? Does that suit you just fine?
You can call me Killed.
Keld. A pleasure. Boss is happy you've been feeding the earth. And she kind of like reaches an arm forward and grips the blade. And you see some of that darkness from the blade move down her arm and body and follow her shadow to your feet as it kind of wraps around you in a way that feels cold, and you are aware of its presence. It is currently not painful. But it is a currently not painful, but is a presence you feel on your person. And then she's gonna make her attacks. I lost one of my dice. That's okay. She's going to go with the sword that doesn't have like the black ichor on it first. She always attacks with that one first. 22 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
And then plus
Feeling very attacked right now.
10. 10 slashing damage, 4 necrotic damage. And is going to go in with the blade with the black ichor.
What does that do?
Keld, as this blade comes down and goes right past you, you're just able to move out of the way. You're welcome to give me, an Arcana check, as this blade has been closest to you thus far. She's also making a third attack, but you can go ahead and do that. That is going to hit. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
That's a 14 for Arcana.
Okay, let me go ahead and give you this sweet damage, and then we can talk about it. A gift. Let me give you this gift first.
Gift, yeah, thanks. I hate it.
12 points of slashing damage, 5 points of necrotic damage. And from this blade, the first one she attacks with without the ichor, you watch as the shield that covers around her looks like it is bolstered. It seems to grow in size and move a bit faster.
Interesting.
And, there's nowhere to really go. I'm going to stand my ground. Just fully focused on you, smiles. As you look at this blade, you're not a magic practitioner, but there is something unsettling. There is a deepness to this void in the center of the blade, and the first thought that comes to your mind is the end. It's just how it feels to you. You feel something in the pit of your stomach. There's something about that blade. And that is the end of her turn. Moving on to you, Keld. Nyx, you're the next player character that will be going. What would you like to do, Keld?
I would like to Attempt to return some damage to Sunny.
Hell yeah.
It's only fair.
It's only fair, and you can see Sunny is happy to be fair.
First attack, I would like to use my bonus action to put Smite on there.
Go for it.
That's gonna miss.
Okay.
Why am I cursed? Alright,
Well, you
second
are
attack.
hexed. So, story-wise, very nice.
Feeling very hexed.
IRL and not. Great.
Yeah.
I know that feel. I know that feel
love
very
that for
well,
me.
Gregory.
Okay. Would a 21 hit?
As you go in to hit, it is going to land home, and then you watch that shield expand and move quickly, and you are blocked.
Fucking shield.
21 currently does not hit.
Wah. Alright, well. We tried.
You know, you did your best. Staying in play, Keld?
Yes, I have no choice currently. Bring
Alright.
it on.
Well, I'm sure somebody's about to. But first, let's go over to Ing. What's Ing up to? How about... from Ing's perspective, can I see the lovely friends around the fire? So yeah, 100%. Except they are engulfed in darkness, and he sort of looks over there. Huh. Should I do something about that, or do I care, is the question. Nope, can I see the other people by the other tree? I know Fen is currently behind a tree. I'm just seeing if I can see Keld. A blur, but I think so? Yes, I see Keld. Great.
Behind a couple
No.
cultists.
My shield.
He doesn't have clear line of sight. There are friendlies in between.
As he raises his hands to cast a spell and cares not, for the people in front of him, make a ranged spell attack. Can do. If I land this, I'm gonna make the thing roll. Oh, that's so sad. That's so terribly sad. 15's not gonna hit, is it? I'm devastated. Ing kind of pulls her hands back and raises a hand up, and then kind of pulls magic down from the air, a bolt of kind of brilliant white light that kind of gets darker as it moves inwards. And just, Keld, there is a moment where you just instinctually raise your shield above your head, and this spell makes impact, and your knees bend a bit, and you hold, and just kind of slide this attack off, and you hear... just like a sigh of exasperation that makes its way through the battlefield. Is there a tree behind Ing? Because I'd love to go to it. Yeah, take me there. Yeah, over there, please. Any bonus actions for our dear sweet boy, our sweet friend? Nope. All right, that's Ing's turn. Nyx, you are currently horrifically surrounded by, like, currently 4 enemies that are in your like sights immediately,
Yeah.
and it is a sight. Could you roll me a d8?
Sure can. That's an 8.
I'd love if you started making your attacks. You're going to attack somebody.
Hmm.
So that is
Somebody.
16 to hit.
16 to hit. This guy is going to parry. As this claw comes towards him, one of these cultists on the side pulls his sword forward and sort of like blocks the incoming claw that just snaps right in front of his neck.
Ooh.
How many attacks do you get, Mr. Crab?
I think it only gets 1, and that's all it can do.
Wow.
It's pretty sad.
I mean, it's a bucket of hit points, that's for sure.
It is.
Crab, you want to stay right here. You have no interest in leaving.
Oh, I know. There's too many enemies.
There's too many. So you're here. You're fighting. That is Nyx's turn. Those 2 beefy guys that you actually just started attacking, they kind of look at the crab and like raise a weapon, and Sunny's like, no, him. And they turn slightly, and they are going to attack Keld. The first one's going to make his 2 attacks. First guy who was dealing with like this crab that's like hounding him currently can't really get a hit on you, is struggling to get a hit on you.
Good.
Teamwork. No.
18 also does not hit. This guy gives up. He's so scared of this humongous crab. The other guy is gonna take his attack. Jesus, hey guys, could you like do it? Could you do this for me? Both of his sword attacks miss, and his dagger attack. All 6 attacks. Keld, you are being hounded from every side, and
It seems so.
Sunny is the only one who has landed a hit on you. Nobody else seems to be able to, including Ing. They are going to stay in melee with you, Keld. That is the end of their turn. It is now the turns of all them little baby cultists around. Let's go to the ones that were following Fen. The 3 that were on Fen before he started running.
Boy,
Could you give me the distance between it should be 35 and 15. So 50? They're 50 away? Do, 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 do. 50. Wow. Look at me. Look at me. Yeah, they don't really know what else to do. The 3 of those guys are going to run. They're going to dash to get to him. There's also a cultist by those little itty bitty trees. Yeah, the 2 cultists over there behind the little trees are going to make their way to the fire. So they're probably the more important ones. How far do they get with 30 feet? Can they get into the darkness? Yeah, go ahead and bring those guys over there. 3 of them will continue to go for Fen. And then the one who was already at the fire is now in a sort of a darkness that's consuming and knows where you guys are and is just going to take wild swings and hope that he can hit. Unsure of what else to do. We believe in you, guy. Roll with disadvantage. Nana and Roshan, you can hear the sounds of weapons like flying by, unsure. And there's another one who can get to you this round, and he's gonna also take 2 attacks. No. And that other guy over there who can't see anything is going to kind of hope for the best, and he's just gonna throw a dagger into there and see what fucking happens. No. Roshan, nobody is hitting you, and my question is, do they have to hit you for the cool shit?
They do, unfortunately.
That's a shame. Roshan, you've never felt more protected in your life.
Amazing.
Nothing can hit you, and even if something did, let it. I'm gonna. Everybody's doing their best. If there is a little baby cultist on the field who hasn't done anything, that's a shame for him. But they would make their way to the fire if they didn't. That's their turn. Roshan, what would you like to do encased in this darkness?
Oh gosh. Well,
Yeah, you got friends now.
Yep, a blind
are
one.
there enough of them off to one side that I could shatter and not hit Nana?
What is the box?
Let me check. It's been so long since I've used shatter. 10-foot or a 10-foot radius sphere, so 20-foot sphere.
I would think you could at least get those 3 without getting Nana. Oh yeah, right on the edge. To hit that one, you'd have to hit Nana. So you can hit 3 of them.
Okay, I will hit 3 of them with a shatter. Constitution 17.
All right. We'll
See how
start
that
from.
Constitution is.
We'll go from furthest away and follow the line. So they're going to add 0 to their Constitution. Here we go.
Okay.
9,
Ooh.
15,
Oh.
and a 15.
Ooh.
Hmm.
What was that saving throw again?
17, so
Mm.
that is a lot of damage. Well, not that
Yeah.
much. 18 damage to each of them, and one of them takes an extra 11 necrotic damage.
Ooh. Spicy.
Hey,
Or radiant damage.
yeah. Hey, Roshan, could you describe to me how these 3 cultists die?
Holy shit! Broke as
I
fuck.
think-
I love it.
I think there's just a loud crack of thunder, and do you remember the Adventures of Inside Out Boy? They kind of explode a little.
I don't recall that, but I feel like I can bring an image to mind.
It's bloody, pretty gross.
Oh my god.
Yeah, these dudes are. It is a frequency and eardrums and eyes and blood vessels and insides rupture and they fall.
It is
Anything
such
else,
a good
Rashawn?
thing that Nana is blind right now.
How far is Roshan from the people at the tree, the far tree, the Keldon Nyx tree?
This is our tree now.
That'd be around 85 feet, I believe.
I don't think I can do that. So, I will give Nana another bardic inspiration. You can.
Enjoy.
I trust you. You can do it.
Are you sure?
Honestly, not
Believe in
anymore.
yourself.
I'm doing my best.
And how many are left over here? There's 2 left over here
Two.
with us?
There's 2 over here, yeah.
Great. And that's it. Well, I will put a little distance between myself and Nana if it doesn't cause an opportunity attack. You know what? Even if it does.
It probably will.
Okay, well...
They're in darkness, though. Does that matter?
I think if there was more quietness involved and not crunchy snow.
Yeah, it's... Attacks can still be made against me just with disadvantage.
Yeah.
So I'll stay there. Never mind.
Okay. Works for me. Roshana, that is the end of your turn. We are back at the top. Nana, you're blind. You can still hear somebody around you. There was a loud shattering sound, but you can hear people around you.
Okay. All right. Okay, Ro, I'm still blind. Where's the closest one?
Left and forward.
All right. Nana's going to try to stab.
Okay, with disadvantage.
With disadvantage, Nana will try to stab. She,
Plus a D8.
Well, you can use that wherever you want to.
Right.
So you can save that for your saving throw at the end of this round.
That's exactly what I'm
would be
saving
lovely.
that motherfucker for, because goddammit, I'm tired of being blind!
I just want to see.
I just want to see! I just want to be able to fight competently
All right.
with my eyes!
What do we got?
As I'm accustomed to.
She'll still be in darkness, though.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
God damn it. Yeah, no, it'll be fine. Well, with, okay. Yeah, no. I'm going to guess that a 13 won't hit.
13 hits.
God damn, really? Holy shit,
Yeah.
okay. Alright, fine.
Hey,
That's
I'm
10
gonna describe
points of
this
slashing
really quick.
damage. Yeah.
The dudes around the fire
Yeah.
had shitty armor on.
Oh.
Did not look like incredible threats.
That's a shame, because really, that's not a great feeling, but okay. I mean...
Did you say 10 points of damage?
Yes, full 10 points of slashing damage.
You stab into something, you find purchase, and then something falls off your blade and you hear it hit the ground. That cultist is gone.
Effective. Where's the next?
I'm gonna say that other one is in melee with you, so you can hear movement behind you.
Alright. Nana will attempt to use her second attack on that guy. And, you know what? I think she's going to use her, she's gonna use her bonus action in between these 2 attacks to use, Searing Smite on her sword. So we'll see if that pays off. We'll find out. Sure would be nice if it did. We'll find out. Oh. With disadvantage, dirty 20.
Yeah.
All right. So then with that, holy shit. 14 total points of damage, 10 slashing, 4 fire. And yeah, they're on fire now.
I mean, their corpse is on fire, sure.
Very efficient. I love it.
Anything else before the end of your turn?
Any more around us, Ro?
No.
Really? I'm amazed.
Oh.
Where to next? Let me try and... Nana's gonna try and get her eyes clear. She'd like to.
So you would have to.
I would have to
it's
spend
the
an
end
action.
Of your turn. No, it's
at
the
the
end
end of my
your
turn?
turn.
Okay. Yeah. No, this is the end of my turn. That's
Okay,
what Nana's gonna focus
go
on.
ahead.
Next.
Go ahead. I believe it was Constitution. Yes, Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, Constitution saving throw, which I am not very good at. Plus, I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration.
Sure.
Come on. I'm pretty sure I've rolled a 15 before and it didn't do it.
No.
God
you
damn
rolled
it!
an 18 before, and it will not do it.
Jesus.
What is this made of?
Oh, and if you'd be so kind as to just put that dude on the ground, Nathan. He's no longer with us.
Nana is just ending her turn frustratedly scrubbing at her eyes with the heels of her hands. She is so angry.
All right.
If I can, Roshan will like just give her a general direction. I think, yeah, straight away from my voice is the direction Ing was in. So.
Okay.
So, you will know that for next round.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Anna
That's helpful.
running blind through the fucking woods like that.
Tree.
Watch out
It's
for
possible.
that bang! Ooh, tree.
That is Nana's turn. It is time for your boys, the archers, who went and found trees to hide behind earlier. I would assume one of them can see Keld, because Keld is just right there next to that tree that guy's at. Well, looky there.
Oh, hello.
This guy is going to use his last fancy bonus action, and he's going to take 2 shots against Keld.
Cool.
21 hits, but the other one does not. So 1 arrow finds purchase.
Ouch.
Yeah, there we go. You take 14 points of piercing damage as this arrow kind of gets up under some of the armor on your shoulder, and you're able to just kind of like rip it out of there. Yeah, Keld, you're in a sticky situation currently.
Yeah.
In a bit of a pickle. Could you show me the other archer? What are they up to? What tree? Oh, the tree right to the right. I see. How about he's gonna step out to the left to get a view of Keld, and he's gonna shoot at him. He is also going to use his last fancy bonus action. Nope. Wait. Now that you know you were being shot with arrows from this side, you are able to sort of hunker down and keep your shield more aimed in this area, and you are able to block the rest of the attacks that come from that direction. And he is going to step back behind the tree, and he's going to take like kind of a step into it to be more like hidden. Yeah, he's smart. He knows what's going on. He knows he's in a combat. That is their turn. Fen, you are up. Keld, you are the next player character on deck.
All right, so Fen has a tail of 3 angry little ducklings here.
They should be at you, Nathan. If you could just throw those guys, those 3 over there, over to Fen's location. But yeah, go ahead. You know 3 dudes are about to be on you. 3 dudes are on you.
Yeah, so he'll use his bonus action to disengage. He'll use his full movement of 35 feet to continue in the direction that he was going, and he's going to take a shot at one of them.
Okay.
With sharpshooter, that will be 20, so I'm sure it's one of these guys.
It would.
Okay. That'd be 18 points of damage.
One of them falls. The one at the front, down.
And I'm gonna take a shot at another one with sharpshooter.
Sure.
Take them down.
12.
12 does not hit.
Okay. That is Fen's just gonna say, "I don't want to kill you," and he can't move any further, so that's where he ends his turn.
Okay. That is Fen's turn. It's Sunny's turn. How's Keld looking for the people at home? Keld is a tall, sort of imposing, very strong figure. But how's he looking?
Currently, he's not feeling very strong. He's probably slouching a bit and sort of looking around for an exit.
Yeah. Kind of eyes on a swivel. That's not very nice. She is going to... I believe that also takes a concentration, so I don't think I'll be doing that. But that's okay. She is going to take a swing with her first sword. Oh, hold on. Actually, reactions, actually.
Reactions?
Reactions, actually.
What's happening?
Ooh, good to know. Thanks, Jillian. No problem, Jillian. Okay. She's gonna do the same thing again. So that's a 20 to hit.
Cool.
Which is going to hit you.
This might be bad, y'all.
5, 6, 7, 8, 11. 11 points of piercing damage and... 3 points of necrotic damage. I don't know if you are resistant to necrotic damage now that I dwell on it, but it's something to keep in mind.
Because if he is resistant, he takes half, right?
Yes.
Wait, what are we talking about?
I was asking if you're resistant to radiant damage. Should be under your defenses at the top of the page.
Necrotic damage, right?
I was like, it's one or the other. Can't recall. Oh, this was necrotic damage that just happened. Just kidding. It should be under defenses right next to your armor class to the right.
Yeah.
You got anything there? Besides the word all? I'm gonna go ahead and start attacking. My second attack with the blade with the black ichor.
Resistances all.
Yeah, we know
got.
that. Yeah. We'll see when you're targeted with like an actual spell. So if Ing had made contact, that would have not been as terrible as it could have been. That's a 17 on the dice for her second attack. And she yells, "Shit! This fucking sword doesn't work! It's not doing anything!" She just yells that across the battlefield. That will be 1 plus 6. So 7 points of piercing damage. And 6 necrotic damage. And she's going to take her third attack. What do you have or not?
Holy
What do you have or not? 1 hit point.
What? No!
Hey, Kel, it's a really good thing that you got to that point at the end of her round and not at the beginning.
Yeah.
She is going to take
Oh boy.
her third
miss.
attack. All right,
Come
yeah.
on.
Fingies crossed.
No,
She has
come on,
to.
no. Oh,
Trip.
She has to roll like a 7.
oh my god! Come on! I give you
never
some
know.
of my luck dice.
I don't think there's a reason to roll for damage.
Oh, fuck.
This stupid sword doesn't work, and it is brought down on your collarbone, and there's like just
God.
a white flash that kind
Christ.
of goes across your eyes, and a bit of gurgle of blood, and Keld falls prone. He is unconscious.
Shit.
No.
Nyx, I'm going to, after you see your brother fall, I'm going to allow you to do a saving throw
Come
against
on.
your spell.
Please, come on. Please,
I think
come
I have to
on.
get a nat 20 to succeed on this, so.
What?
See, the thing is, Sunny used something very special last time, so it is not as fancy of a DC this time.
What kind am I doing?
You are doing a... You know, that's a valid question. Intelligence. I believe it's an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Come on. Wait. That ended behind a dice mold, and I'm never gonna find that again. Okay.
Oh, that's gone forever. I
Are
also
you
lost
still-
two
no.
dice.
Okay, 15 on the die, plus 4, 19.
Oh.
A cloud clears from your eyes. Your brother is currently bleeding out on the ground. And you see him as clear as day.
Oh.
Oh, she's still a big crab. It's okay, Nathan.
She's definitely still the big
I was like, where's she
crab.
going?
Tears in its eyes. The crab just has she runs away. Bobby.
Tears in its eye stalks.
Oh my god.
Sunny looks at you and's like, honestly, it doesn't matter. She looks like she is readying her next turn to fully unload on Keld. That is her current intent, and you can see that.
Oh shit.
But she ran out of goes for this round, so lucky day. And after Sunny's turn, Keld, death saving throw, please.
Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Does he get any advantages on that shit? He's
No.
holy. Come on.
9.
That
Buddy!
is a failure. So 1 failure.
Okay, bitch.
Fine.
All right. That is his turn.
As soon as I can see, I'm gonna good bury your ass.
Like you
It
said,
is
good
now-
barrier.
I'm gonna bury your ass in the chair.
Someone's gonna have to.
I'm gonna good
In
bury
good-
your ass.
I'm gonna bury your ass in good berries.
It is now Ing's turn.
Fuck.
And it's really hard to hit a dude who's on the ground and you can't fucking see him. And there's a group of people over there engulfed in darkness. Can I see Fen from where I am as Ing? Fen's somewhere over there. Hey, if I
Follow
can't
that line of
see
sight.
him, oh, he's over there. That looks like a hefty distance. Oh, look, he's right there.
A blur in the distance.
Could you give me that distance, if you'd be so kind? Just that little blur in the distance. I got him. $115. Okay. Where is... Oh, I'm looking at Sunny's stupid spells. That's why. Get out of here, Sunny. Okay. He's gonna kind of like lean out to the side a bit. Bring his hand up, and he's gonna bring his hand down again. He is going to try and do Guiding Bolt to the best of his abilities. Ing, keep up. Okay, that's a 16 on the dice.
Oh, doesn't count.
To Fen?
Yeah.
Okay, is
Fen...
Yeah, that's a hit. That's a hit.
Well, you take 20 points of, I believe, radiant damage.
I'd very much like to take half of it.
By all means. Oh, wait. Yes, it was. They rolled to hit you. Yes, you may take off half. If they had done something like Fireball, that would not be the case. But that's not the case currently.
Until next level.
Until you can get evasion, yeah. So you can get sweet evasion. Ing kind of looks over, is like, you know, like, Sonny, I hope you're faring better. I feel like I'm just, like, you know, off my game, right? And he goes like, oh shit. And then it looks like he goes back to, like, kind of like rhythmically moving his hand. that is the end of Ing's turn, who is going to kind of sidle up right up against the tree so that he has as much cover as he could possibly have. That is his turn. Nyx, you are up.
Yeah. So, this is bad.
Well, on the plus side, you're a really big angy crab.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
That's the thing. Am I still a crab? Am I?
Yeah.
I don't.
Are you?
I don't.
That's the
think
question.
I mean, let's
Yeah.
find out what will work best.
I definitely am no longer a crab.
Yeah.
Oh.
You drop your wild shape.
Instantly dropping the polymorph down and casting heal on Keld.
Valid.
And you'll get an extra d4. So that puts you at 73.
Wow.
Could you tell me what your healing looks like, Nyx, as you cast heal?
What?
It kind of looks like a similar vine texture to what we see with the corruption. Reaches out and goes over you, but it has the same magic greenish
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was just like, are you guys hearing
No!
things?
Oh no.
No, we lost her. Come back.
Oh, Keld, you are currently conscious as you are brought back
There
from
she
the
is.
brink.
Cool.
I don't see her.
She's loading.
But that was her action. If she'd like to do anything with bonus action or movement, anything for bonus action and movement?
Let me double check. I don't think I have any bonus actions that'll work, but I
Yeah.
will use my spore attack on Sunny, my reaction. So I need
Sure.
a con save.
No problem. Advantage of creatures within 5 feet of you.
Get spores, Sonny.
Mushroom slapped.
Over a 20.
Okay, then it's fine.
Cool. Anything else?
Boo.
I'll just stare him down.
You draw some of Sunny's focus. That wasn't her favorite thing you've ever done.
Get over it.
We'll see.
If she
That is
survives.
Nyx's turn. The two guys over here next to Keld are looking at a dude starting to wake up on the ground, and they're assholes. And also, this person is no longer a terrible crab. We'll split the difference. One of them goes for Keld, one of them's gonna go for the no longer crab. Now it's a person we can hit. This person's gonna take their 2 attacks against Keld. One of his attacks hits with a 19. Oh, it's also advantage. You're on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. One of them still hits. It is a nat 20. So you take 7 points of damage from the attack, Keld. And the other guy is going to step into
How many
into
did you say?
Nyx's space. I have no idea, Gregory. It was 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And then this one is going to go over, kind of step into Nyx, and is going to do their 2 attacks without advantage. If these dice could do anything, does a 16 hit Nyx? can't hear you for some reason. You don't have the thing up, but like...
It hits.
Okay.
Mhm.
Neat. So one attack lands. You take 8 points of slashing damage as this hits into you. And he's going to go also with his dagger. That's going to hit then. And 4 points of slashing damage on this dagger hit for Nyx. That is their turn. You. Let's go over to the guys that are following Fen. Let's see what they can do.
They can leave my friend alone.
That's what
I'm
they
assuming they're about 35 feet away.
They should
So-
be 35 feet away.
Yeah. This one is going to cast a spell because he is tired of your bullshit. So he's going to make like half the distance. He's going to go start with half the distance. Just pick any of the two. And yeah, that one. That guy. He moves about halfway forward, and I need a wisdom saving throw from Fen.
18.
Once again, you hear heal. And you are like, but why would I do that? Is the thought process, and you don't. The other person, golly, they're just struggling, aren't they? That guy is going to... How far am I from the campfire for that guy? Or just show me where the campfire is for that guy. He feels like he can't reach Fen. And oh, that's far away too. He is going to step behind that tree that is next to him. And he's going to go behind it so that Fen does not have a shot on him. The other guy kind of like looks back and then sees he's alone. He's like, huh. All right. That's their turn. Can you point out any other cultists that haven't gone yet? If you see any that stand out to you, Nathan? That was our archer. There's that guy. Those guys are dead.
They're
All right.
done.
Seems like a lot of people are dead. Yeah. All right. Doing it. Roshan, it's your turn.
I love that. Roshan will say best of luck with your eyes to Nana and give her another bardic inspiration.
Run, you asshole!
I think he'll float up and I guess north on this map toward the people going after Fen.
Okay,
So
how
just
high
30
into
feet in
the
that
air?
direction.
Oh, so you're just tippy tapping over.
Yeah, just close to the ground, not very high in the air at all.
Producer and I got excited that you were gonna fly.
Oh, no, the last
That's
time I flew in the
okay.
air, I got laid out and
That's true.
didn't have a good time.
Bad time, actually.
Yeah.
We're
so you
employing
move-
tactical flight now.
30 feet towards those enemies.
Yeah, I just look
Uh.
menacing because I'm a floating ball of darkness.
Yeah.
Hell.
Very menacing.
And how far are those ones Are the ones around the tree from me?
I think that's the. You can see.
Okay, yeah, they're pretty close. I
Yeah,
will.
you're not too far.
The glowing ball of darkness will start whispering fell messages into the ear of the one hiding behind the tree, to let their fears become manifest and just let them kill you. And they need a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, good. I mean, from hearing that, I sure hope so. Wisdom? That's a 1?
Ouch. That'll be
Ooh.
Ooh, ouchie.
22 damage all told.
Ooh,
Oh, kid! Whole brain explodes out of his eyes. Like, what are you
Christ!
gonna do about it?
God! They didn't
The guy
stand a
fucking dies
chance.
screaming. Just fucking dies screaming in terror.
Damn you, Bosch, for throwing these people into the meat grinder that is us!
Nana standing all by herself just by the fire. Damn!
Damn you!
And Roshan, is that your turn?
That's it, yeah.
All right. As we go back to the top of the initiative, that is where we are going to take our break. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate it. Go get a snack and a drink and enjoy the violence. We'll be back in 10 minutes. See you guys then.
See
Thank
you
you,
in
Ted.
10.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Cult for episode 118 of On the Backs of Gods. We just took our 10-minute break. We're in the middle of a heated, very bloody combat. A lot of, it seems, once you put a sword in them, they die pretty quick type of cultists. Some not so easy to kill, but the battlefield is currently just stained red. The white of the snow in many places, kind of just a big stark contrast. And our friend Keld had fallen, but after his sister was able to regain her composure, compelled by his falling, has brought him back up to a nice little chunk of hit points. And that is where we are going to pick back up, is at the top of the initiative. Nana, what would you like to do? Next player character on deck is Fen.
Well, Roshan gave Nana a general direction in which to go. And there's no enemies currently around her.
Okay. So your movement's 45? Is that what it is?
It
Or
is.
40? 45.
It is. I don't know if there's any way that this would work mechanically.
Mm-hmm.
In my head, what she would do is she would use her movement to, try and gravitate towards things that she can use as cover that she saw around the camp before she was blinded. So, I think the first thing she'd try and, shift over towards is the tent. And try and kind of, gauge if it's safe to move or if it sounds like there's a lot of kerfuffle happening close by. If not, move a bit further on, that kind of thing. I don't know if that requires too many...
There's going to be a roll. There will be a roll involved for serpentining.
Okay. I mean, that's, I think, what Nana's going to do currently, since she cannot see where attacks might be coming from. She's looking for at least partial cover that she can move against and try and
Give me a
use
dexterity saving throw with disadvantage, please.
Alrighty, that makes sense. Okay, dexterity saving throw, disadvantage. By any chance, is it to do with plants that are magically created or manipulated to impede movement? Damn it, okay.
There's not a single magical plant around you at this time.
Oh, well then, isn't that nice? Great. Okay, well, at disadvantage, advantage would have been better. Disadvantage, that is a 9. Yeah.
Nana, you run full speed into that tent. You stumble forward, trip over a dude's arm, and you, grab onto the tent.
Cool. Yep,
Tent has been shattered.
You fall into the remnants of the tent. The tent still exists. A philosophical question for later, if the tent is real or not. But Nana, you stumble and, it is a bunch of fabric and corpses. You kind of fall into it. And you smell something, and you're like, what is that? You smell cider. There's cider just spilling all over the place as the barrel was shattered. Bradley's beautiful cider that he brought to hang out with his friends, destroyed. I'm going to say it took you 5 feet of movement to get there, but you fall prone, so it's going to take half of your movement to get back up.
Fine. Okay. I will get back up from prone. I'm not leaving myself prone right now on the battlefield while I'm also blind. Not doing it. So
Nana's just meandering serpentine the best she can through the battlefield.
Blind! Cannot do anything about it, apparently, at this point. God damn it.
Okay, so you have 15 feet left.
All right, 15 feet left of movement. Is there a tree or anything she could get to or work towards that's also moving in the direction Roshan recommended to her?
I would love you to give me a survival check with disadvantage as you have fallen, and we're going to see if you can just keep your orientation.
May I only request that it be moved from disadvantage to a straight roll on account of my featured ranger, natural explorer in both forest and Arctic locales?
Sure, why not? Sure.
Straight roll instead of disadvantage, I will take.
Take your fancy feats.
Very well.
Fancy
Thank you very
feats.
much. Because
Fancy
that
feats.
gets me 24 survival.
You know that you're not going to be able to make it to a tree unless you backtrack.
Shit. Okay, fine. Okay. No, okay. This is going to be the furthest I can advance and
I believe
stay
that
in
bubble
cover
that
this
was
turn.
just up. Yeah,
Was
you
it?
could go
Okay.
back and step behind that tree, or you can keep going forward.
All right. Okay. All right. I'm actually going to kind of try to hunker down and stay as in cover as I can and wrap up my turn trying to see again.
Are you going behind the tree?
The one that's right next to the tent, yes.
Okay, so you kind of move back and get behind the tree. Go ahead
Yeah.
and give me a Constitution saving throw.
I would love to.
Not as much as we can do with that, but
If you want me to tell you the roll, I'll tell you, but it's not.
I'd love to know what it is.
It's 2 on the dice, plus 1.
Oh, cute.
Thanks.
Okay.
I think so too. Ah!
You're welcome to hold on to your bardic because you can use that after you see the roll, so you can still have that.
I could
Knowing that you
still-
got a 2 on the dice, you can still hold on to that.
I'm going to hold on to that because that's not an effective use of a bardic inspiration, my dudes.
Okay. Put Nana slightly more behind the tree, in line with the tent and the tree, just more behind it, because I am kind. But with that, we're going to move on to Team Archers, Team Ing Reserve.
The Ing Reserve.
What do they want to do? That one right there that I can see both of them. Neat, cool. The one who is sort of alone by the tree, go ahead and run him forwards until Fen is in view of him. So, past that little tree that's in the way. So kind of thread the needle between that, stump-looking tree and that. Yeah.
How far does Roshan's darkness extend?
I believe it's 10 feet.
Yep.
So we're not messing with that, says this archer, who is going to take his shots against Fen. No more fancy bonus actions, but that's okay. He believes in himself. Okay. I don't think a single one of these archers is at least in a hot minute made both of their hits. One of those is going to hit. Fen, you take 8 points of piercing damage as an arrow kind of flies at you, and then this guy is going to casually step back behind the tree that he is next to, the kind of smaller trees that he stopped at, or the bigger tree, whatever he can get. But then the guy who is at the kerfuffle where Keld fell, he is going to...
Using my reaction to take half of that, just for the record.
You used your reaction last turn and you go after these guys?
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'll take the full damage then.
I'll take it then. I'll take it. Yeah, sadly those archers fell in a bad spot for some people. He's going to, by golly, he's gonna step around to the right side of the tree. And he's gonna shoot at Nyx. harder to shoot at Keld in this moment. So he's going to take both his attacks against Nyx, keeping a little bit of distance, because Archer. Jesus Christ. One of his attacks hits. That's fine. That's fine. Ooh, okay, a little bit of damage. Nyx, you take 11 points of piercing damage as you are hit from behind, and then you watch that guy step right back into his little corner where he was chilling. He's like, no, I'm good now, and just goes back to his hidey hole. That is his turn. Fen, you are up. Keld, you are the next player character in initiative.
All right, Fenn's gonna look at the guy that's right in front of him, the melee guy that was chasing him,
Yeah.
and say,
Yeah.
I told you to run. And he's gonna shoot at him without sharpshooter.
Okay.
That's a 28 to hit.
Yes, certainly.
Okay. And he'll do 9 points of damage.
Okay. This guy can take 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Look at this guy.
So Fenn's going to use his bonus action to dash and his full movement. So he'll run 70 feet stage left from where we're looking at right now.
Okay, so he's going to run to the right.
He's going to run to the left of where we're looking at right now. Like his left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Into the trees.
Yeah. Well, does the terrain still look like that? Okay.
It's a bit of rough terrain, but you know, you're a ranger, you're good.
Okay. Can I get an angle at any point on that archer that took a shot at me in that transit?
I would think that's likely. Could you just zoom in on Fen so I can see his point of view real quick? Oh, this archer really hit himself. I don't think you're going to, especially with that other tree in the way. I don't think you're going to see him.
Cool. Gonna take a shot at one of the captains or lieutenants or whoever, the not Sonny, but the biggins.
Biggins, yeah.
Yeah, with sharpshooter.
Keld's like, help! Yeah, go for it.
Okay. 12 on the dice. 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And that'll get sneak attack on it. So 6, 7, 8. 18 points of damage. Nope, sorry. 23 points of damage.
Okay. This arrow finds a beautiful place to stay forever inside the skull of the guy that you hit the first round before combat really even started. And boy howdy, can't live with an arrow in your brain. And he falls. This guy, he like raises his weapon to engage in Keld and Nyx. Arrow just hits him in the side of the head and just sort of his body ragdolls and falls. So
Cool.
I had a
He's down.
reaction this round.
What's that?
yes, you used your reaction to
Sorry.
hurt
That's
Sunny.
fine. It can stay on the ground.
Yeah. It can stay there for now. It can stay there.
It won't last.
You give me a second. All right. Is that your turn, Fen?
Yeah, that's the end of Fenn's turn. He used his full movement, his bonus action, and both his attacks on his action. So, all right, yep, end of Fenn's turn.
All right. It is now Sunny's turn. Sunny, living her best life, having a good time. Kind of happy to be here.
Just a little frustrated.
It's a weird take, but okay.
As a bonus action, you can give yourself advantage on weapon attack rolls. Until, yeah, okay, sure. Give me that. You hear Sunny just like, shit, and she kind of like hypes herself up and just turns in and is going to aim at Nyx. She is going to have advantage on her attacks now. Advantage on, yes, okay, all of them. Give yourself advantage. Yeah, okay. Just double checking. Devastating. 1 second. Does a 16 hit you?
That is my armor class.
Ooh,
Yeah.
it was close. You see, the first blade makes contact, and this black, the one that has like the black ichor in the center, misses you, and there's just like a, almost just like a, and like you feel like a pulling away in your body as that weapon goes towards you, and you kind of lean out of the way. But the first one makes contact. You are not currently hexed. That's okay. That's a shame. That's okay. You're going to take 7 points of slashing damage as one of the swords is able to get in on you. She's kind of moving from about to hit a dude on the ground to having to hit now a moving target who is just shapeshifted. Turns into you. One blade misses, and then she is going to go in with the first blade again. Advantage. Nat 20.
Oh boy.
That was polite of the dice. Nyx, you are going to take 18 points of damage on the hit.
Oh boy.
And you watch as Sunny sort of like hits hard into you and like looks at the other blade. Hey, get your shit together. Fucking do something. Seems pissed to not be landing hits with this blade.
Oh my god.
And you watch the blade that did hit you, sort of an energy radiating off of it, you see combines with the shield moving around her body and seems to grow again in size. Yeah, she's staying in the thick of it. She'll be here. Sunny's turn is over. Keld, you're currently prone. What's up?
Get in there, buddy.
What does it take for me to get unprone? My movement?
Half
my
your
movement?
movement. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that first.
Yeah. I lay on the ground and I think about it for a bit.
Just like
I mean, it's mood.
Keld's gonna look at Nyx and ask how she's feeling.
You know, heal yourself. You know, it's fine. She's really, really bad, but take care of yourself.
Yeah, she looks rough.
Incredibly rough.
Will you be able to take care of yourself?
If I get to my turn.
She's pretty close in the initiative. There is somebody between you and her, but it's not Sunny. Sunny's already went. What would you like to do, Keld?
Huh?
Follow your heart.
I'm gonna listen to my sister and use a bonus action to Misty Step behind the tree that's behind Sunny.
Okay, so you're moving away from the cluster.
Yes.
Okay, so you Misty step behind that tree. Wow, look at him go.
I just gotta get away from that tree.
That tree
Alright.
is a tree of death, a beacon of the end.
I'm going to use my lay on hands action to recover all of my HP.
Oh, you're at
That's
full
gonna
hit
be-
points now?
That's my action, yep. And
Shit.
then I've got 15 feet left, so I will step back around the tree towards Sunny again.
Would you like me to put you in melee with her? Like, you want to be in melee?
Yeah.
Yeah, put him right behind Sunny. There you go. You both kind of team up and sort of move into like a kind of flanking position. We don't use flanking here. I'm just gonna put that around real quick. We don't use flanking here. But currently dealing like swords out on both sides, kind of looking at two people like,
Mm-hmm.
shit, okay, all right. uh, okay, is that your turn, Keld?
That is my turn.
Okay. It's Ing's turn. If you would take me to Ing, if you'd be so kind, producer. Can I see the like really sorry, there's just a blind person vibing behind a tree, and it seems wrong to like attack them, but I might. I think I might do that. Creature of your choice within range. Neat. He's sort of like behind the tree and like watches Nana stumble around blindly and then get behind a tree, and he's like, and then brings his hand down as a bolt hits towards Nana. He's going to make the roll. You're blind. Here we go. That's an 18 on the dice.
I
What
think
do we
that
got?
goes without saying, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes without saying.
Yeah, even on the
Nana.
dice, it would have beat me.
Yeah. Nana, you take 22 points of radiant damage.
Mm.
That is a very loud scream. That hurts a lot. That hurts a lot.
And then Ing sort of turns back towards Sunny. Hey, 26. That's all.
26. Has he said any other numbers this combat?
Yes.
I don't remember.
Oh, well, Ing hasn't. Sunny said a number during this combat.
What number did Ing?
I would say Nana's the only person who didn't hear it, probably. But because Nana was over getting shot full of arrows far away.
And blinded with her own blood, yeah.
Yeah. Nana was busy.
Yeah, that's fair.
The rest
I'm
of you would have
curious,
heard.
but it's fine.
Yeah, no. People heard, "Give me 30." Moving along. That is Ing's turn. Who's gonna look at like the darkness where Roshan is and make sure that they are kind of like behind the tree where Roshan can't get like a hit towards them if they are not currently in that positioning. That is Ing's turn. Moving along right down the line. Nyx, you're up.
Alright. I'm going to cast Wither and Bloom at 5th level.
Go.
So I need, let's see, it's a 10-foot sphere. Can I hit? How many of them can I hit with it?
I think you gotta choose. Ooh, Sunny's in a kind of hard to hit spot. But you can 10 foot. Yeah, it looks like you can hit one or the other. So you could hit that guy over there, or you could hit Sunny and Keld.
It only hits the people that I say it hits, so...
Yeah, Keld is currently out of it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
I think it hits both of them.
Okay,
Looks
so
like the
everybody
big
except Keld currently.
That's fine. So
Yeah.
I need con saves from them, and I
Okay.
get to heal myself.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's start with this guy. Con save, all right. His 12 is not going to cut it.
Presumably not.
And you were within 5 feet of Sunny. $19 for Sunny.
Okay. So Sunny?
And does Sunny succeed?
Yeah, I believe it's half damage for Sunny.
Yeah, it's going to be half damage. Also, as you begin to cast a spell, you watch Sunny's eyes kind of go to the side, and she's going to take a reaction swing against you.
God damn it.
I don't think it's going to land. 15, damn.
So close.
So for the one that's it's 19 damage for the person that failed, then half that for Sunny of necrotic damage.
Alright.
Oh, and any non-magical vegetation in that sphere is now dead. Fully dead.
I think you get a little bit of that tree that was already on the way out.
Yeah. The tree's not looking so hot.
Make it extra brittle and dry.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So it will burn, baby, burn.
I was thinking that would make it goopier, but you know, hey, there's still a burning arrow in it, and I will let that be true. All right, anything else, Nyx?
You know, that... Does drinking a potion count as an action or bonus action?
It's an action.
Cool. I'll note that for next time. That's it then. I'll save my
Some
action.
DMs really nice about that. Me, terrible, cruel.
Yeah.
Say what you will.
That's fine.
No, that's you do it the right way, Jillian. You
Yeah.
are correct.
If I was a player, I would love to have that as a bonus action. I can say that much. As a player, I'd love that.
It's not for healing
Unfortunately, you know, it's like you have to imagine you gotta reach in your pocket and rummage around and pull out the flask, and then you gotta uncork the flask and drink the thing, and you know, it's 6 seconds worth of shit.
The cultist who is in the tree kerfuffle, the one with the sword. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo on this one. Nyx probably... Hey, how hurt do you look, Nyx? Pretty hurt?
Pretty hurt.
And Keld looks like he's like at full health now, right?
Oh,
Nyx
yeah.
looks great, or Keld looks great, Nyx looks
Fuck.
bad?
Yeah,
Shit,
that's
fuck,
100%
shit.
what it is.
Shit. Shit.
He will casually step in line with Nyx, and he is going to use his attacks.
How dare he?
Okay, I'll use my reaction on him for my Halo
Hell yeah.
scores.
There you
And
go.
hurt him.
What does he need to do?
Con
Hurt
save.
him.
Con save.
Injure
You
him.
know, that is a 6 on the dice. Not often rolling higher than a 6 this combat,
Okay.
but
That is 8 necrotic damage for him.
all right. I mean, this guy's looking a little hurt. Not death's door, but he's looking hurt. But he's going to take his 2 attacks against you as he kind of hits away at these spores that are now hounding him. Jesus Christ. No, both of his attacks are a 5 on the dice. He misses both.
He's got
I've
spore
now
in his
lost-
eye.
I've lost my 2nd dice of the game. Continuing
No!
onwards. He's going to go with his dagger,
Do you have spores in your eye?
which is also a 5 on the dice.
Holy shit!
Thank you, fives. Thank you.
Hooray!
Yeah, fives.
Fives
None of
love
his attacks
spores, I
hit.
guess.
Nyx, can you tell me how all 3 of this guy's attacks didn't hit you? Would you describe that for me?
Do it.
I think it's just she. As soon as he stepped up, she sent all the spores straight into his eyes. So
Yes.
Uh-huh.
just completely waving his knife and sword blindly.
Yeah. Swinging near blind,
Yeah.
unable to get purchase. Sunny, you watch her focus turn to him. Anywho. Moving along. Take me to the person that was doing their damnedest to follow Fen, if you'd be so kind.
Finn's once again in the distance.
Can you point out Fen for me? Is he like in that ditch or all the there he is? Look at him.
He's been told twice to run away, and he just got another 9 damage in his chest of arrow damage last turn. So if he wants to consider that,
Let me look at how this guy's doing.
How's
You
he
know
doing?
what? Go
How's he
ahead.
feeling?
Fen, you can go ahead and roll me an intimidation check, but you can use, you can add, I would say, like, if there's a skill you think you should add, like strength or something. So you can make a normal intimidation roll, but add your strength modifier.
yeah, and my strength and my charisma are the same. So I'll just roll a straight d20, and what we get on the die is a 14. So
Okay.
that's
He is
the
going
roll.
to roll. If I had dice anymore, I'd roll a lot of things, but they're all gone somewhere.
I feel like Fen could
14?
maybe make an argument for dexterity as a modifier there, if only because it's like, I could shoot you from across this entire field. You wouldn't see me kill you. That guy didn't see me kill him.
Jillian was already very generous with this.
That's
I'm not
understandable.
going to
Okay.
rules lawyer for
Very well.
2 minutes here.
I am a polite, benevolent god.
This is true, and we love you.
Let's go hello. That guy is not going to pursue, but he is going to set up shop behind a tree that's so Roshan doesn't have eyes on him. So he might backtrack a little, yeah. And
Probably a
then
safe
he'll
choice.
Yeah. And then he'll, like, take the dodge action or something. He's like, what do I do? Kind of in a weird no man's land situation. That's going to be his turn. Roshan, you're up.
Roshan, I think, is going to turn and... Who's this by the tree over here? Is that a cultist?
I think that's the archer? Yeah, that's an archer. He's not the one who just hid. He just openly took some shots at Fen.
Okay. Roshan will head to his right, get about 10 feet away from that archer, and cast Shatter again, but on the tree that Ing is behind.
Okay. You're like, sir? And then...
A tip of the shadow hat.
Ballsy move.
Howdy. An orb of darkness just kind of slowly meanders by.
And the orb just generically sort of like makes sort of a motion that makes you think that it might be tipping a hat.
Machady.
Machady. No.
And
What do I gotta do?
All these other Slim Shadys are just a mite shady.
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Ing. Full of the Constitution.
How constitutious.
17?
A 17 is my DC, unfortunately, but still takes half of
Okay.
16, so 8 damage plus 11 radiant.
One more time, sorry.
19 damage
Full into the
total.
void.
11 of it is
19 total.
radiant.
And is that already halved?
Yes.
Okay. Wow, look at that. Just the hand kind of stops. That is your turn, Roshan?
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
We're back at the top. Ooh.
Is there... I'll give Nana another, whatever it's called, Bardic Inspiration.
Can I have
Not
two
that
in the
it's
hole?
helping.
Can I use two at
Oh,
once?
Never mind.
I
you
didn't
can't
use
have
mine
another.
on the last one because I
can't
had a
have
2 on
another.
the dice and it wasn't going to do anything.
Is there anyone within 60 feet?
Any
That are
friendly
friendly?
people?
That looks a little far, but I can't tell how far. How far is Keld from Roshan?
Or Nick.
It's gonna...
Okay. Then I will give it to Nyx.
Yay.
Okay. Nyx, you have a Bardic Inspiration, which I believe is a D8. To be used as you see fit. You cannot use it on damage, though. All right. That is Roshan's turn. We are at the top. Could you, real quick for me, go over to Nana and give me that view again?
Turn your screen
Kind of-
off for that.
Everyone, look away.
Spooky.
And where is Fen?
Way
Okay.
out there.
Okay. Turn me back to the other direction we were just at with where Nana's kind of looking again, if you'd be so kind.
Yeah, I'm trying to head in the direction that Roshan directed me to start with.
This is the opposite direction of that, where we are currently looking. Nana.
Okay.
As you sort of... Are you still blind?
Yeah, I haven't been able to
Oh, never
roll
mind.
my
There's no
con
reason-
save.
There's no reason to talk to you.
Great! Fantastic! I'm so happy.
Why would let me get out of
Why
here.
would I want to be talked to by the DM about things happening around me? Why would I want that?
It's a shame.
Who needs it?
We'll get to it as we get to it. We'll start with Nana, and we'll see
Get
if I
to
need to talk
what?
to anybody. None of your business. We'll get to it. Nana. It's your
Yeah?
turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll talk to you about that. Nothing else.
Great.
What do you want to do?
Well, I don't know what might or might not be happening around me. I just know I'm trying to make my way in the direction that Roshan told me. So,
Do it.
again, I'm kind of trying to serpentine my way to a tree, something that would have been between the camp and the big tree that we hid behind to start with, that started all this mess.
Okay, that's a little bit away from where Ing is currently. Show me how far 45 gets Nana to where Ing is.
I don't know if it matters. Technically speaking, my walking speed is 40. I have not, I don't think,
40
taken any-
then.
Indeed.
I mean, you know there's a tree in that direction. You could be right on the opposite side of it. You know Ing is somewhere that way, you just don't know where.
How many hit points do I have left right now? Let's see.
Good question.
Yeah, sure. You know what? This motherfucker tries to bring a bolt down from the blue again. I'm gonna take him out with me. Okay, yeah, I'll go over there.
All right. You
Here I
kind of
come.
hit hand against the tree, and you hear 28, 29, 30, 30, 30, 30. That's what you hear on the other side of the tree. So you're there.
Great. Love that. Love it a lot, in fact. Tons. However, what I'd like to do,
You have a bonus action and your action. What would you like to do? I need to know.
all right. Okay. Bonus action, I'm going to use my second wind to regain 1d10 plus 3 hit points.
Go
I'll
for it.
roll that. You want me to roll it now?
Yeah?
All right.
Live your life.
1d10 plus 3, 12 hit points I get back.
Okay.
Which
And
is
for your action?
For my action, I want to... Golly gee. I'd like to attempt, since I can hear Ing muttering around the other side of this tree.
Mm-hmm.
Is he close enough for me to reach around and grapple him, or is he still out of range?
You are not in range of him.
I am not in range of him. I will hide.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth. Ing's like, what? I swore I heard her coming over here.
Ooh, golly. Damn. 26.
So I will say this, Nana, you huddle up next to this tree. If somebody
Yeah.
walks around the tree,
Right.
they will see you.
Yes.
But currently, you are not in anybody's like view. Currently, nobody is looking dead at you. So you were kind of just pulled in behind this tree.
All right. Good, good, good.
Okay.
Can I please try and get this out of my eyes?
Yeah. Constitution saving throw.
All right. Let's see if I roll higher than a 10 before I use that bardic.
Roll high.
Well, it is higher than a 10. Let me think about this 1 second. I only get a +1.
I'm feeling nice if you want to know the math behind this.
I will gladly take nice. Yes, please.
What did you roll? What did you roll?
I have rolled a 12 on the dice. I get a 13 with my +1. Maximum I could get would be with the +8. 20.
You need a 6 or higher.
Might as
Choice.
well try.
Fuck. Trying it. Oh! I got a 6!
Finally.
Nana,
I can see.
as you're sort of
I
like
can
kind of
fight!
sort of hunkered in behind, next to this tree, you're sort of like, your head's kind of on a swivel, but you are kind of looking a bit back in the direction you came from, and you see the litter of bodies left in y'all's wake. And you can also see off in the distance, a good far distance, another tree illuminate back the other way.
Hmm.
Back over that way.
Fuck.
All right, that's Nana's turn.
Oh boy.
It's time for that. The archers. There's one who's over by Roshan, and there's one who's over. You know what? Yeah, let's deal with the one who's by Roshan. How about them apples?
May I just ask?
He's going to.
I'm so sorry.
Mhm.
I do apologize. Before I just get fully out of my turn, I wanted to know if I could use a free action to yell, Roshan, you're 6!
I'm gonna say no, because it
No,
took to the
fine.
end of your turn to get
Okay.
vision back.
Fair enough. I'll take it.
I gave you the exasperated oh fuck, which I think is where we'll end you. This archer is going to take a step back away from the darkness that is sort of pulling into them, and then is going to shoot into the darkness and hope for the best. The best he can do. Have disadvantage on the attack. The first one, Roshan, you feel an arrow fly by. And then a second arrow. I swear to God, if I roll another 5, I am leaving. I'm leaving!
I attack the darkness.
Is it dead? Is it dead?
You're not there! You're getting drunk!
Is it dead? Okay, that archer did his best. There's the one over by the tree kerfuffle. And not that one, the one near the other tree kerfuffle. That guy's hiding. Like, either a coward or a very smart person, unclear. This guy is going to see that the darkness is coming in their direction and take a step outwards, and is going to also shoot into the darkness.
Here comes the darkness.
I just rolled 2 5s.
What?
God. Guys, I'm gonna find the dice I dropped. Don't speak to me until I find my dice I dropped. Don't talk to me
Yep, okay.
until I find
Uh-huh.
a new dice.
Of course, I
Hi,
understand.
everyone.
Yep, hello.
Is
Hi,
everybody
Matt.
loving this as much as I am?
I am.
Okay, let's try again. I
Uh-huh.
don't know why I'm letting that dice be
Let's
part
do
of that
5
now.
for 5.
5 for
Okay.
5.
5 for 5.
Hey, this is higher than a 5.
Oh!
It's a 4.
It's a higher than a 5. It's a 4. With disadvantage, that would be a 17 on the dice.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Thank God. Finally, it's gonna hit Roshan for.
Don't you hit our darkness.
I'm gonna do it.
Don't you hit our darkness.
For 11 points of piercing damage, as
How
Roshan
dare.
is hit with an arrow in this darkness.
Rude.
Ow, that really hurt. So that'll. I rolled a 9 on the dice for my saving throw, which means
Mm-hmm.
I got a 10. So
Oh, there you go.
we good. And I'll say, just for flavor, the darkness jumps back out to lash at him as he casts Hellish Rebuke. And I need a dex save.
Ooh, this dice, it actually is considering double digits today. How exciting. I did not write his fucking thing down. 1 second. This guy has, like, no stats written. Crazy. That's fine.
As if he
Weird.
were just fodder.
17 on the saving throw?
That will save. He takes
Okay.
5 points of fire damage, and then another 11 points of radiant damage.
Ooh, okay. 11. So that turns into that. Okay. Yeah, these guys haven't really been hit a lot. But you're starting to lay into them, and that was a hefty hit. That's their turn. Fang, you're all the way over there. Are you going to shoot at our dear friend by the tree? There's another.
Why do you
bulky
assume that
gentleman.
Why do you assume that I'm always going to shoot at something? I'm absolutely going to shoot
Pulling
at a
back
couple
on
of
the
them.
bow. Yeah. How dare you assume?
Yeah, the archer that Roshan just hit. Going to take a shot at him with sharpshooter.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
That is a 22 to hit.
Oh.
And he's not within 5 feet of anybody. There's no reason he should be at any sort of disadvantage, right?
Which guy are we talking about?
The one that Roshan just hellish rebuked.
Oh, that would be the archer over there.
Yeah, I'm shooting at
But
archers.
also
that's
put
right.
that guy back into the cupboard, but that guy's not stupid. Put him in the cupboard. But yeah, the archer over there near Roshan. Yeah. Sure. Go for it.
Okay. He's not within
How
5
much
feet
did-
of Roshan, so...
No, he's not done.
Okay, so no sneak attack, so... 17 points of damage to him.
Okay. 17 points. All right.
Is he still up?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, well, he gets round 2 then. With,
Yeah.
with
He gets the second.
no sharpshooter this time.
Okay.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Ooh.
Ah, there you go.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
That doesn't do much. I don't have sneak attack, so...
Hey, it's something. Double.
It's still a nat crit.
Okay, cool. That's 25 points of damage.
Ooh.
Okay. Not too
That's more than
shabby.
Keld's done this whole game.
Okay, Fen will use his he'll use his full movement and bonus action dash to continue like up along the opposite ridge. He's already across the pathway, so
Yeah.
he's gonna keep continuing. Along the opposite
Sort of
ridge
back,
of that.
yeah.
Yeah, back towards
So
the,
to the-
big tree, but on the other side of the path. So, 9 o'clock from where he's currently facing, for
Okay,
70
so
feet.
kind
Yep.
of, yeah, that way.
Yep. Nope. Other way.
A little more forwards, like towards-ish the tree, but to the left. The tree that Sunny's at. Anything else, Fen?
That is all Fen can do.
Okay. It is Sunny's turn. Sunny takes a gander at the situation. Shit. And she is going to, what's the best option for... Could you show me how far 60 feet would get Sunny towards Ing if she just, like, books it the most, like, straightforward line of... Yeah, like, from there, just, like... Right there? Okay. Okay. She is going to... Oh. You can keep her there. She's gonna do a couple things first, but you can keep her there. She's like, no, I'm back. Sunny is going to take in the situation and is going to take a hit against the other cultist.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Huh.
Oh fuck.
She would.
That's gonna hit. Let's damage. 11 points. Okay. Is going to take her second strike also. Yep. And is going to take her third strike. All right. You watch her look to the two of you and then hit hard into the guy next to her, and his blood just splatters across the ground, and he looks confused and begins to sort of struggle to maintain consciousness as he begins to sort of bleed out onto the ground. And she is going to fucking book it towards Ing. Nyx and Keld, you can take attacks of opportunity if you're so inclined.
I would love to.
Actually, I don't know if Nyx gets to.
No, I already did my thing.
Nyx does not, but Keld can take an attack.
25?
Oh,
25 hits.
hell yeah, bud.
Finally.
Yeah, no kidding. As she's leaving.
Do some damage.
There's the 7 damage right there.
There's
Do it.
there's the 7. Did you add your smites that you automatically get and whatnot, or did you just roll low?
Do I get those on that?
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
attack.
Bro.
Of opportunity?
I believe it's every attack.
Yeah, yeah.
You get your sweet smites.
Yeah.
Your sweet casual smites. So 7 plus. Like 2d6 or something crazy like that.
Something crazy.
Yeah, so there are smite spells, and then there's the paladin smite.
Yeah, this is your
ability.
natural smite ability. And you have advanced, so I believe you get like 2 of them or some shit.
Holy shit.
You have as many paladin smites as you have spell slots, and does damage based on the spell slot you use. So if you choose what level spell slot you're willing to give up, then you can do 2d8 times the number or the level of your spell slot.
Wait, so am I allowed to use my spell slots for an attack of opportunity?
This is a different thing. You can smite on any attack you make.
Any attack becomes a smite when you're a paladin.
Is that my improved divine smite?
Yes.
Yep.
And I can choose whatever level I want?
Yep.
Any
can
level
choose
spell
whatever
slot you
want.
have. If you want to burn one.
Might as well at this point. I have
Try and take
third
her out.
level, so I guess that's 3.
If you choose a third level spell, you get to roll 6d8.
Yeah, because it's 2 times 3.
So 7 plus.
This is going to be a great
So,
nick on the ankle.
6, right?
Six,
Mhm.
yes.
68s.
18 plus 8, 26?
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be an extra 26.
33 points of damage on an opportunity attack.
Hell yeah, that's what
Yes.
paladins are for.
Sunny is just going to run over to Ing.
She's still tripping.
She gets to there.
Mm-hmm.
This sword right here is shit. I haven't seen it do jack or diddly. That is her turn, which means we are moving on to Keld.
Boy.
What would you like to do? I mean, this guy on the ground, he's kind of like holding on by a thread, but, you know, depends if you want to.
I'm not gonna worry about him right now.
It's not my problem.
I would have to dash to get over there, probably.
Or
Would
Misty
60
Step.
feet get me over there? Yeah. How far
still
would
got-
60 feet be?
I'm gonna guess is that 60, Nathan?
Okay.
That's 30.
So I guess I'll Misty Step there, and then
Do you
move.
have you got the spell slots for Misty Step?
Yep.
Okay.
I only used it once. So that was my bonus action. I will use movement to get over to Sunny.
All right, move. Let's see how far another 30 feet gets you. Might just let you get to Sunny if it's real close. Yeah, that's next to Sunny. Sure,
Yeah.
you run over.
Awesome. 1 second here. Cool. So in that case, I will use my action to smack her with my blade.
All right.
Oh, I still have both of my hits, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, nat 20 on one, and
There you
then I
go.
got dirty 20 to hit.
Holy shit.
What is the? Would you add the nat 20 for me, please?
28.
Okay. So that one hits.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay.
Oh, the nat 20 is always gonna hit. There's no.
Yeah,
It's just
but
always
you
gonna
know.
hit. But it's cool to hear the big number.
It is. We like hearing the big number.
You are welcome to throw another smite on this, but just alone, you'll do your weapon damage plus always improved divine smite. So your weapon damage plus
Mhm.
1d8, and you can roll those dice double, and then a whole lot more if you choose to add a
Spend
smite.
another high
Depends
spell
if you
slot.
want to lose another spell slot.
Yeah.
Right.
I won't. I'll just do the one extra. Or wait. Meh.
I know.
Let's
Since
just
you
look
crit,
at
you'll
it.
be doubling the dice.
Okay, so that's one improved divine smite, and then if I use a spell slot, I can add one.
Yep, you can add the. What level spell slot are you using?
Just first level.
Okay, so that's an additional 4d8 plus 2d8 plus 2 times your damage dice.
Okay. I'm gonna talk to you after this, Josh, so I can find this information.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of math for a heavy-hitting, like, jock class, you know?
So 4d8 for this whole thing.
4d8 for the Divine Smite, an extra 2d8 for the improved Divine Smite,
Oh.
and
Mhm.
2 times your weapon dice.
Okay, got that part.
And then plus your modifier.
Right.
Got that part.
So whatever it
I'm
says in
just-
there.
I'm
looking at something
processing-
else.
Yeah.
Improved. Okay. So just clarifying for just the divine and the improved divine. That's 4d8,
6d8.
68.
Mm-hmm. And that's when using only a level 1 spell slot? That's
Yeah,
pretty whack.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, what is happening right now?
You're
Paladins are
OP as
silly.
fuck, dude. That's what's happening right now. Proud of you.
56 damage.
Holy shit!
Take a leg off.
What the
I mean,
fuck?
no wonder blue and green were all
Willard.
these assholes were saying.
50 points of damage.
56 points damage.
56?
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Let me put that 6 extra points on there.
Don't you forget my
Sometimes
6.
it makes a difference. Sometimes.
Sunny screams as your blade comes up, cuts across the chest, and slices over her face. Blood spattering across the way, screaming. She is still standing
Holy
and sort
shit.
of wobbles in place, hand up and like grasping at her face. I'll fucking kill you. I'm going to put you in the fucking dirt. And it's just like composure lost. It's gone.
Ooh.
Oof.
Yeah, you're you're in the thick of it now, Keld.
She mad.
She big mad.
Big mad.
Like it is a deep gash on her face. An incredibly deep gash.
Yeesh.
That is Keld's turn. It is now Ing's turn. Yeah, we're gonna have to get over it, darling. And he is going to walk over to her.
No.
And he is going to sort of lower his arm. Instead of in like this pulling down motion, he like lowers his arm. And the ground below them begins to shine and move. And Sunny, both blades out. I'm going to and you watch as she just like Looney Tunes falls through this
God.
hole in the ground.
Huh?
Ing casually falls into it, expecting it. They are gone from view currently.
Roshan couldn't see Ing, right?
Where are you, Roshan? I think you might have been able to.
If he was able to, he would have tried to cast Counterspell.
How far away is Roshan from where Ing was last? So, like, around there. Remember Roshan?
Please, please, please. Please, please.
It's a 60-foot spell.
How far is that? Okay. What level are you casting it at?
The only one I got, 3rd.
You're going to have to roll for this.
Come on,
Roll.
buddy. Come on, buddy. Use the bardic inspiration on yourself.
I
Nope,
can't
doesn't work
do
like that.
that.
Damn.
What do I add? Spell tech modifier?
Your spells, creature casting spell. Make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. So your spellcasting modifier.
Okay. So that is a 17.
Your spell does not make contact.
Fuckers.
God damn it!
I have a counterspell on the field, boys.
An ineffectual one.
Yeah, but a counterspell nonetheless. It's nice to see.
Yeah.
Ing is currently doing something. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I had to think about my own logic for half a second, and I think it makes sense. Keld's behind that tree. I'm not going to talk to him either. That's Ing's turn. Nyx, it is your turn.
Yeah, so the only
There's this
person,
guy sputtering on blood.
you know, just not.
And there's also a guy behind the tree who's been, like, shooting you.
That's true. That person's
Yeah.
there.
This fucking guy.
Let's deal with him.
Yeah.
Just gonna be able. I just need to move to be able to see him, and she's gonna cast 4th level blight. I need a con save.
Oh, good. Con. How about a 14?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
Let's see. I don't even have enough dice for this, so
Yeah. Well, I had a good time.
two more. 43 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, this dude immediately drops.
I would like him to not even fall. He just stays up as a zombie.
This spell slams into him and his body begins to break under this necrotic pressure. And it's like he begins to fall, and it's almost like you know, those flailing tube men kind of situations where he begins to fall broken and his body snaps back up and into position. Just ichor and spores kind of like ichor moves from the mouth and spores kind of hover within and through the eyes. This guy is being held up by the stuff of nightmares. I would say Roshan would probably be able to have seen some of that happen. And maybe Nana. Yeah, I'll say Nana and Roshan could have seen this man crumple and then come back up, surrounded by the spores that Nyx has accompanying her.
That's all.
Is that normal?
Is this cool?
Is that normal? Is that cool?
All right, Nyx, that's your turn. You good?
Yeah.
All right. No more of those left. There's one more of these and is going to continue hiding where he is. And Roshan. There's this archer. Could you take me to Roshan just so I can see what he can see? If first off, what do you plan on doing in this time? You watched Ing and Sunny kind of just Looney Tunes fall into the floor.
I think Roshan would do a quick 360 and see if he can glimpse anything but this archer.
Yeah, you turn around and in the distance, there is an illumination from a tree. You can see it right there, another gnarled tree on the horizon.
But he doesn't see Ing or Sunny, correct?
Let's you and I talk about this for a second.
Let's take a look.
Ooh, look at that. Look at it.
Ooh. Illumination.
You look over there, and it's a pretty far distance, but you kind of like hone in and look, and you can see the opening of this, and you get to see the tail end of Sunny and Ing kind of falling into it. Like Ing just like brute forcing his way forwards as they both fall in. But one silhouette remains in the archway. It is not Ing and it is not Sunny. And you can see sort of a bow in one hand. And no other hand to speak of, I should say. You can see the silhouette of Bosch standing there in the archway.
Wow, some audacity.
Okay.
Audacity of this man.
I think Roshan will then
And then that archer who's there.
Yeah, I think he'll turn to
openly
that
shooting at you.
archer and will cast Suggestion and say, if you lay down your arms, you may, and cooperate, you may yet live. And
What is
that
the...
is Wisdom 17.
Okay, he has to roll pretty high to even consider not doing this. 18 on the dice. Good job, champ. You can't suggest him to not die today.
Great.
Wow.
Then Roshan will, I mean, the message still stands as Roshan
Yeah, it's a valid message.
Yeah.
It could
is going
it could
to
just work as a message.
Just
walk
saying.
straight toward him.
Towards the archer?
Yeah. Make him
Okay.
engulfed in my scary darkness
Ooh.
that made other people explode.
Yup.
A lot of people came out of that darkness no longer alive, so, you know. All right, you close the distance with him. That is your turn, Roshan. People who can see this archway, which I'm going to go out on a limb and say is probably Nana, Roshan, as he is like walking forward, and you know, we'll do Keld as well, even though he's like stopped vaguely perfectly behind this tree. The battle is always in motion, so it's, you know, you swing the sword and you lean forward a little bit and you can get a glance of something, but that shining tree in the distance,
It's so far away.
one of the hands raises, bow placed back. There's a little wave. And the figure drops to their knees and slams their hand down into the earth. And there is a pulse that pushes out. You can feel a soft movement under your feet as it just, nothing akin to like an earthquake or aftershocks, but it's just a force that you can feel enter this space. And you watch as Nyx, in the area you currently are, there's the guy who has been risen, in your area. You look at him and you watch as floating from out of his clothes, a necklace full of black ichor pulls at his neck. And you watch as it kind of stumbles a bit to the side, but you watch as the two other bodies on the other side of the tree skid across the dirt back towards the campfire at full speed. The body is just broken and dragged by some force inwards. Every corpse on the battlefield flies inwards at a rapid speed. And, you know, there was that guy hiding behind the tree, and you hear him scream and call out. And that scream is cut short as his body falls to the side and is yanked towards the amalgamation in the center. every corpse slamming together in a horrible mess of limb and ichor as it tries to build itself upwards, a limb of a person and another limb of a person, a gaping mouth of flesh and bone and rot. And you watch as Bosch stands up back in the archway. And I would like everybody who I described being able to see Bosch to give me an inside roll, if you'd be so kind.
26.
19.
9.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of hard for you to see him.
Squint.
There's the tree, honestly. There's that tree.
Huh? And he's far away.
You watch his shoulders droop as he stares onwards at this creation of his own making, and you're getting just a wave of disappointment from him as he beholds it. Just like he's unimpressed with what he has brought into existence.
Huh.
And then you watch him stumble backwards, unable to keep his footing, it looks like. And you can hear Sunny yelling, who has no awareness of sound or space. Yells, Bosch! And, like, you can see another silhouette, like, run to him and, like, trying to, like, get him up. Where's the medicine from Callan's? And you watch, and then the spell ends on the tree as it is closed, severing you from the place where they are. And before you, in the center of this battlefield, stands a monster of ichor and body and death. And you watch as it moves, it seems to struggle to hold itself together. It is not, as one could say, one of the beautiful things that Bosch has created before. This one struggles to stay up and move. But it does. And I know Nathan is working hard to show us this beautiful boy right here. But I'm also
God.
going to say that is where we are going to stop for today.
Alright.
3-episode battle!
Jesus. How long will it go?
Forever, until we're all dead. Hey, thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it. We love telling you guys a story, especially one that has the Looney Tune holes. I think that's fun. Yeah. Here at the Dice Cult, we got some
Looney
stuff. We
Tune
got some
vibes.
things. Well, Looney Tune guys, didn't you get like a Looney Tunes vibe from the? That what you
Yeah.
get?
Just like random
Yeah,
holes appearing from out of nowhere, transporting
very-
people to other places.
Very
Extremely.
cartoony, as the bodies
Exceedingly
break
Bugs
and
Bunny.
meld into one body. If
yeah.
you want to if you'd like to like know what's going on, it's like, hey, why that guy make all the bodies into one scary body? You can head over to youtube.com/thedicecult, where you can watch the backlog of all of our episodes and be like, wait, who's Bosch? Why does he suck? You can totally catch up on that. You can also watch
We could also
other
tell you.
episodes. Yeah, it's true. Hit us up on the Discord. There should be a link in the description if you're on YouTube, and like if you go to the About page on Discord, on Twitch, you can find our link. But if you'd like to watch some one-shots and some other shows, you can head over to our YouTube channel. If you're looking for something different or something to fill the days out, you know, if you'd like to keep up with us, we are at Backs of Gods on Instagram and Twitter. If you'd like to keep up with all of us, we are at The Dice Cult on Instagram and Twitter. Once again, thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it. We love telling you guys a story. And just a little more combat to get through, I swear, I promise, just a little bit more. Katie will put the link in the chat to her beautiful dice, because she's
Already did it.
kind and nice like that. Already ahead of the game. If you'd like to support and get yourself some beautiful dice, thank you again for being here. We appreciate it. We'll be here same time, same place, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.
No.
Thanks for joining us, cultists.